welcome to the Marsh Dolphin Adventure Theater here at the Indianapolis Zoo. How's everybody doing today? Pretty good? Excellent. Well, my name's Angela, and I'd like to start out by introducing you to our dolphins and the trainers that you see here today. Now, working all the way down at the other end near the boat with Lisa is a dolphin by the name of Calais. Now, Calais was our first successful dolphin calf born here at the zoo, and she's a sub-adult female. Her name means beloved in the Hawaiian language, and she certainly is beloved, and she's very, very dark in coloration, which is how you can kind of tell her apart. Now, working over with Shauna underneath the lighthouse is our two young boys. We have Taz, who was brought to the zoo just a couple of years ago. He was a stranded dolphin found off the coast of Florida near Sanibel Island. He's going to give you a big wave hello right there. And his little buddy right next to him is Oren. And Oren was born here at the zoo last year. And they're both learning lots of new, exciting, fun behaviors. We're going to see if they can demonstrate those abilities right now. See how they do. There's our two little boys. Excellent job. Now, working with me today is Oren's mother and big sister. I'm going to send them over to say hello to you right now at the slide out area. And they're going to just kind of give you a big hello there. So make sure you wave back. There we go. There they are. Good girls. All right. Well, now that we've kind of introduced you to our dolphin family that's out here in the main pool, what we're going to do right now is we're going to go ahead, turn up that music, and have a really good time.
Who let the dogs out? 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 When the party was nice, the party was pumping. And everybody having a ball. Until the fellas started recording. And the girls just come to the call. Shout out. Who let the dogs out? 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 I see the young people on the table. She really found them straight out. Get back coffee, bash coffee. Get back you flea and fasting mongrel. Tell myself I'm man, don't get angry. Too many girls calling them K9. Hey! But they tell me, hey man, it's part of the country. Put a woman in front and a man behind. Shout out. Who let the dogs out? 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 Say, my doggy is nothing if he don't have.
Showing off some of those amazing abilities. Let's give them a round of applause. All right. Something we're very passionate about here at the zoo is conserving and protecting our environment, especially the ocean, since we're working with these beautiful creatures, the dolphins. Now, there's many different creatures in the oceans that rely on us to keep our oceans clean. So what can we do to help? Well, one thing we can do is we can recycle items. By recycling items and making sure we put them in the appropriate bins, that helps out the environment in several different ways. The recycling part on its own helps, but also it helps to keep them in a confined area so they don't make their way down to the ocean. because there's lots of rivers and streams in Indiana that eventually connect to bigger rivers, there is a chance that some of that recyclable material can end up in our oceans. And some of those things we don't want the animals getting a hold of down there because it could potentially hurt them. So just remember, by recycling and reusing, we can help protect our environment. Now what we're going to do right now is we're going to invite our special junior dolphin trainers down for a little bit of fun with our dolphins. communicate in a couple of different ways. One way they communicate is through body language, and we're going to demonstrate that just really quick here. Indy's going to demonstrate what's called a breach. This is where they come up out of the water and slam the side of the bodies against the surface. It makes a very loud sound in the water, and they're able to communicate with other members of the pod. Another way that dolphins communicate is through vocalizations. And here at the zoo, we have several different vocalizations on hand cue that we'd like to demonstrate to you today. One of those vocalizations is a very quiet one, so we'll have to have everybody kind of stay really quiet to be able to hear this. Now this is something that recognizes them, kind of like we have a name. Well, they have a certain sound they make to identify each and every animal. We call this a bird chirp. Excellent job. Now the next vocalization that's very important out in the ocean is something that's very similar to a dolphin's echolocation. Now echolocation is how the dolphins can hunt for fish or see what's in their environment, especially if the waters happen to be very, very murky. What happens is they send and emit a sound out into the ocean. It'll bounce off maybe a school of fish, come back to them in their lower hollow jaw, sending a signal to their brain. They're even able to identify species of fish, which is kind of cool just on its own. Now this is a slowed down version of echolocation that we call a click. All right, excellent job. Now just remember, echolocation's only microseconds long, so that would be a lot quicker if it was actually them trying to look on to and see if they could find a fish. Now, another sound that they make is something they make through what's called mimicry. Now, mimicry basically is copying sounds that they hear in their environment. Dolphins are very good at mimicking sounds that they do hear. Now, they make this very unique sound. We don't know quite where they picked it up, but quite a few of them do it now. We call it a raspberry. All right, good job by China over here making a raspberry. Now, we don't know what all the vocalizations that the dolphins make mean, but we hope by having them here at zoos and other institutions that one day we'll be able to understand dolphin communication a little bit better. What I want to talk to you guys about now is something that's a commonly asked question here at the zoo, and that's the subject of training. How do we train the dolphins here at the zoo? Well, we train them by what's called operant conditioning or positive reinforcement. Now, we basically reward the behaviors that we want, and we'll ignore those behaviors that we don't want. One behavior that we can ask for up here is we'll ask for a wave. Now, if the dolphin waves correctly, like I want, let's see if he'll do it for me today. There we go. Indy's waving. See if China will wave too. See if they'll do it correctly. China. They'll hear a whistle tone. Now this tells the dolphin that they've done the behavior correctly and that some sort of reward is on the way. Now a primary reward for a dolphin is their fish. Other types of rewards that we can give the dolphin are jello. We do give them unflavored jello. This actually puts water into their system. Since they can't drink their saltwater environment, they get most of their water from their fish. So that's another type of reward that they do really enjoy. Other types of rewards are loving on them and rubbing on them, and maybe playtime with the toy that they like. Now, what we're going to do right now is we're going to demonstrate some of our training ability. I'm going to see if Shauna's up there right now. Does Shauna have Taz? There's Taz. Shauna's been working with Taz for a while now on a front flip behavior. Now you'll see up at stage, she is going to start working them. She has a target pole laid on stage. She's using that. It's just an extension of our hand. She's targeting them around. This is a thing that the dolphins learn initially when they train. They learn to target on that little bead. Now you saw her just turning that little bead on the stick into a circle. Now this is the starting point of what a front flip would be. One of the behaviors, one of the aerials we train here at the zoo. You'll see him doing a nice one there. What we do is we gradually work in steps. We'll add hand signals to that. We'll take away the target pole, and then we'll come up with a behavior that's pretty awesome. And he's still kind of getting the trick of this, but he's getting a lot of height now. You'll see how well he's doing. So let's give Taz a round of applause for doing so well up there. He's making great strides on all of his behaviors right now, learning lots of fun new things. What we're going to do right now is we're going to turn up the music one more time, try to get these audience members in the splash zone wet.
Then you got to realize it's not a trend. We got the good
Well, on behalf of the Indianapolis Zoo, the trainers, and the Dolphins, we'd like to thank you for coming out today and joining us for our presentation